hopefully it's not loud enough. And as you can tell, I'm on my way to a Breaking Bread. And I just got done watching the Xbox showcase. I don't remember the full title. So I'll probably correct it later after this is done and I have time to write it all up and tag everybody. But yeah, overall, as everybody knows, I go into all these showcases with minimal expectations. Nothing really. You know, I just want to go in and just enjoy the show, not have any idea of like expectation of a certain game must be there. They must show this. They must show that. I mean, yeah, we want to see a lot of live gameplay. We don't want to see the cinematics, you know, because usually in-engine video never looks like it does when they actually finally release it, because it's always optimal ideals, you know, and obviously they want to show their product in a good light. So when it comes to all this, I'm fine with the basics. Just let us know what they are. Let us know that it's cinematic, something. You know, if it's in-engine cinematic, yes, we know it's stepped up. If it's in-engine and it's, you know, gameplay, actual gameplay, that's the best part. And I'm just gonna go off of memory right now. From what I recall, obviously the first one was, oh man, I just drew a blank. The vampire game that Bethesda. I can't remember it now. So, let's see, what was it called? I really can't remember. But anyway, what was it? Red blood, crimson something. So anyway, they showed actual gameplay from what it looks like. The acting on it, okay, you know, it could have been cinematic, but it's just, you know, designed to look like gameplay. We obviously have to go back. This is just all initial thoughts on the show. So with the way it looked really cool. I may try it. It looked more like an advanced version of Back 4 Blood slash Left 4 Dead, those type of games, you know. So I think it'll do well. Now, for how long will it do well? Will there be enough support to keep it fresh? Is there enough stuff there for when it does release that'll keep everything fresh for us? Well, that's yet to, you know, to see. I mean, they do show a lot of areas, so it seems like it's going to be packed full of content from the get-go. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Now, will it be for everybody? No, not for everybody. I'm kind of into those games. I was a lot more into those. I've just kind of fall out of flavor. I don't know why. I don't know. It's my style of gameplay. You would think that I'd be more interested in it, and I'm still. I guess I'm still on the edge on if I'm excited for it. But I'm actually a lot more interested in it than I was before when I didn't know anything. Now, what else did we have? We had Mojang with Minecraft. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be for some people, that's for sure. Some people are definitely going to like it. Hey, Axel, 1324. Check out his channel, everybody. He does the Good Morning Xbox Sunday mornings. So he had one today. He had Mag on. He had Doggy Dog, which also is on their other show, Axel's first show, which was the Iconic Video Game Podcast. I remembered it right the first time, right? Look at that. So they do a great show for Friday nights. It's more family friendly. And it's more about games than the drama or toxicity or any of that stuff. And it's all good, clean, pure fun. So definitely check them out there. Now, back to Minecraft. I think it'll do well because it is Minecraft. For some people that never liked Minecraft in the first place, they didn't like Minecraft Dungeons in the second place, they may fall into this Minecraft, or they may be stubborn and decide not to even like it at all because it's yet again blocky pixel of whatever complaint that they want to throw at it. So it's very interesting. I'd like to see more on it for myself. I do dabble in a little bit of Minecraft. I would actually have more fun playing Minecraft Dungeons than Minecraft itself. I'm just not that type of person to go through there, other than completing a mission to get some points to build up my rewards points. So I think most people will actually enjoy that type of game. We had obviously Forza Horizon, right? So let's talk about the first one, which was Forza Motorsport. That looked very sweet, and I know some people complained that they were talking and this and that. I actually had no issues with them talking on this type of presentation, because they were informing us. They even said there's no cuts in this. This is all in engine, but it's a cinematic, right? So they went through and they showed us, and then they went over and zoomed over this way and zoomed over that way, and as they were doing it, they were talking about the stuff that they've never done before on a Forza game, stuff that they had in this, and it's definitely next gen, as Axel is pointing out. It's definitely next gen. Well, we keep saying next gen. It's this gen, right? It is this gen. We are in next gen. There is no next gen right now. We are in this gen. But yes, it looked amazing. The scenery, they kind of did how Forza Horizon did when they showed you the scenery and then went into the car. They didn't go into the car though, but they followed the car. They followed behind the car, drove around the car. So they did all that, and it was really cool. I can't wait to see more. I really can't wait to play it in the first place, and seeing more on how this hub is going. Am I driving? No. What makes you say that? I have ray tracing on. So that's why I'm wearing the sunglasses, so I don't have to look at you. Forza Horizon, now that was really cool too, to see the track. I mean, I didn't think that they would go back to Hot Wheels, and I even mentioned Lego and Hot Wheels before, saying they don't go back to that. I think what they would, something else that they would do, they would pick another theme, and they would go for something like, I just picked out G.I. Joe. Now that would have been an awesome pick, like driving the Cobra Hiss or some of the other vehicles that they had in there. Obviously they don't have enough variety that most people would say, okay, this would be iconic enough. It could be a smaller, not really seasonal, but maybe a little smaller car package that they could do that. But then they came out, and obviously we heard about it ahead of time, and I try to ignore it, and it's hard to ignore all these rumors and actual leaks, because you never know which one's a rumor, which one's a leak, and which one's just something that was made up. You know what I mean? Not something that was overheard and then kind of like pieced together. No, people are just making stuff up, and that some of them are really funny. But for them to go back to Hot Wheels, that was pretty interesting, and it looks like they've done so much more with Hot Wheels on this. Look, ray tracing. See it? Ray tracing. But yeah, they did a really good job presenting it, so I didn't know what they would do. I figured that they would do both, so this way, one, to get you reinvested into the Forza franchise, being through Horizon, and then that way it keeps you interested in keeping it fresh. So when they do go over to motorsport, you're already there, you're already invested in it, and you just transitionally shift over nice and smooth. What else do we have? There was quite a lot of games, and that was really cool. And they showed us pretty much a full year, and every month there's going to be a game. Obviously, I would suspect more than that, because it looked like there was more than just 12 games that they were presenting. What was it, 20 something? But every month there was going to be something that they wanted to show. I think that's awesome, and this is kind of what everybody was wanting. Everybody wanted a roadmap, but at the same time, we don't want a real huge roadmap where it's 5 years down the line, eventually we're going to get this, And I think the disappointment, Redfall, that was the first game that we were talking about. I couldn't remember. But with those two games being pushed back, and the first one being Redfall, showing us how what it looks like in game, no longer the cinematic. Yet again, I don't know if it was choreographed, which I believe it is. I don't know how much of it was real gameplay, but yet again, it definitely opened up my interest this time around than before. And that's what they need to do. They need to present these games out so we can do that. What else? They had some other games I really wasn't interested in. I still remember what it looks like. I have no idea what the names are. Scorn looked interesting. I was kind of sidetracked with everything going on because the wife got home from yesterday's birthday party that we had a zombie apocalypse birthday party for Tiny Giant. So we had a great time doing that, but I already packed up early, and then I was waiting for the wife, and that's right around that time. So I apologize not remembering a lot of these things because there was so much going on while I was trying to watch this and not be rude to the family. It's like I gotta watch this, but I gotta take care of family. So there was a few other games that caught my eye. The Rick and Morty one, that was pretty cool looking. Hey, what's up, game complainers? Thanks for stopping by. Check out the ray tracing in the windows. But yeah, it was really cool to see a lot of the stuff that we didn't know of. Kind of heard rumors that there was some sort of Rick and Morty game being made for Xbox, or just in general. And to see that the game that they came out with, to me, I don't know if anybody else remembers, but Oddworld's Stranger's Wrath, where they put these little animals inside the gun, and that was the gun thing, whatever, these creatures. They did the same thing. It's just like Scorn. So it's I like the fact that they did it their way, and it kept it unique. So even though to me it reminded me of something that was done before, and that's yet again, that's something that, whether you've known about it or not, it's a nice thing to see that somebody's taking something that was already done and made it their own way, and made, hopefully we see it, later on, and actually get to play it and see how much better they did, what kind of improvements to this they did. And it had obviously the humor, so it's really cool to see that stuff. So yet again, impressive, not super CG realistic like Forza, but impressive because of its art style and the humor and what they've done with it. I was actually hoping to see some Fable. There was a couple games out there. What was it? Flintlock. That looked interesting. The Diablo 4. Necromancer being, released. That was kind of cool. I was kind of wondering where they were going with it. Because at first, I don't know about you guys, but I went to Orcs. Something like World of Warcraft. Like when they first, with the green haze and all that stuff flying around. So that's where my mind went. So, I mean, it's still, I guess, in the same family, right? Blizzard. So, what else do we have? I can see your comments if you guys type them out in real time. Let's see here if I can, there we go. else. So I'm caught up with everybody. So I appreciate you guys for coming out and checking this ray tracing themed design. Hopefully it's different enough for you. But yet again, a lot of the show, you know, it showed us stuff that we've never seen before. It showed us stuff that we knew of and did know of. And it was really cool to get into these games to see this, you know. And then at the very end, you know, I wasn't expecting it. I thought the end was the end. And then they come back out with StarCraft being the end. And yet again, what they showed, I am a lot more interested now than just ho-hum like I was before. I'm definitely going to play it for sure now. When it releases right away, or you know, I might be preoccupied with something else, but I think I will definitely be playing it for a good week to give it its good try and see how long it captures me. Like I said, Skyrim, I had a good time with it. I could not stay in it. And it's just, I don't know. I guess replaying the epilogue and all that over and over again kind of gets to you, and then you just like, who cares about the collector's edition version, most enhanced? It still looks kind of shoddy because it looks dated. I'm sorry, but this looks interesting. But just everything that they showed. So as an overall, you know, I'm just skipping around here, but as an overall impression, right? So I literally left the house as soon as the show was over, and now we're headed to a Breaking Bread. So you'll find out what's going on soon enough with that one. But that's the thing is, no, go in without any expectations. You won't be disappointed. Not saying to have nothing as an expectation, but try to bring it back a little bit, because every year, right? Splinter Cell, we never see it. You know, but imagine how hyped you'd be if Splinter Cell did pop up. You know, I keep on predicting, which it could still happen on Tuesday. I keep predicting Crimson Skies. We might see something about that. Phil has said that he loves that title. You know, so I'm thinking maybe, I was literally thinking maybe there might be some sort of crossover with Crimson Skies and Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know, maybe, you know, do a little bit of that and feel the crowd and see if it's even worth putting in to its own game again. You know, bring that back with today's quality of life controls. I think that would be very impressive and very beneficial. What else do we have? But yeah, so overall, I think it was a great showing. I think they did a good job. Even with the speakers that they had, wasn't that bad, that much of a detraction. And I did like the way they did having speaking over the video with Microsoft Forza Motorsport. I like the way that they explained their games with this and that. So maybe a little less stand-up person talk, but I know they need to do some sort of transitions. They have to like do that talk, right? They have to do that promotion. They have to talk about something here and there. The intro with Sarah, right? Sarah Bond, wasn't that bad at all. You know, I didn't mind it. She had very professional attire with still have design on it, and everybody, you know, it was great. Phil come out with, you know, the typical jeans jacket and you know, a shirt underneath, and you know, everybody's expected some sort of Activision shirt underneath, you know, something, you know, Call of Duty or something like that. You know, maybe with a little, if you zoomed in to say Game Pass and, you know, day and date or something, which we all know it's gonna happen. It's just, I don't think it's going to be exclusive per se, unless they do a spin-off of Call of Duty. Then that would be an exclusive. But it was, speaking of exclusives, it was great to see a lot of, which I don't care, but overall for the general public that speak up for it, it was great to see a lot of games were console exclusive. It was cool to see a lot of this stuff pop up to pretty much give gamers what they wanted. You know, so did they meet it, you know, the goals? Yes. Did they meet and exceed? I think you would say yes. You know, I would definitely put it up there as a great show. I'm not going to give it a grade. I don't like grades because grades, it's unlike. Oh, wait, I gotta go this way. Unlike like actual homework where you have 100 questions or 5 questions and you miss a question, out of 5 you go down. It's not about that. It's not about the numbers. It's about the overall feel, and that's why I like that. If I would say definitely, if you did not watch it, definitely give it a try. Watch the whole show. And right now, they should have all the videos of all the trailers that they showed, everything that they've done, high quality. So you can go back in and watch it. I don't know if they do 4K, but at least 1440p. I expect it to be there. So I was watching, I think on the phone, 1080-60. So it should be up there. Maybe 4K should be relevant for now. But yeah, definitely check it out. Good showing overall. I think if you have any gripes over it, it's petty gripes. I think you're being dishonest. A fanboy of the opposite cult per se. And I don't understand why people have to be like that. But I get it. Some people have to use it for that clout chasing, to point something out and find something negative. Let's let the negative slide unless it's truly horrible. Game Pass going up in price, and yeah, get rid of that then. That's something we need to point out, stuff like that. But these little gripes that we're gonna make a mountain out of a molehill, let's not listen to those people. Like I said, overall, it's a good show, so I suggest everybody watch it. And I gotta say thank you again for everybody that's here. Can I see who's here? I can only see who commented. So, alright, well, thank you again, Axel1324. Check out his channel. Like I said, he's got the 2 shows, the Iconic Video Game Podcast and Good Morning Xbox. And then you got Game Complainers. They got their show. They also do their podcast on Wednesdays, and they do builds, they do videos, they show all this stuff, gameplay wise. They go back to some of the old school games and play that, so definitely check them out too. I was actually on their podcast last week. When was I on Axel's podcast? A couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. It's been a bit. And Vivian, wait, I can't see right now, okay, hold on. Luis, okay. So anyway, thank you and checking it out. See, it was about 3 weeks ago. I was off. Kind of hard to remember all this stuff. I've been so busy with being a zombie at the zombie apocalypse. But again, thank you guys. Check out everybody that showed up here for their channels too. I'll see if I can backtrack later on and link their channels for showing up and participating in this. Do you guys like this stuff? Is this something you'd like to see a little bit more often? Some of these off the cuff. I mean, they don't have to have ray tracing. They don't have to have any. Just a little bit more. Same thing with Breaking Bread with Dread. I was talking about doing maybe a Breaking Bread with Dread. Just by myself, finding a mom and pop shop to eat in, and then talking with you guys. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Just let me know. Write it down in the comments. So again, thank you guys very much, and we'll see you guys later. I gotta remember how to turn this thing off now. There we go. Later.